Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the FC Koln save. This is episode number 4. I have skipped forward a couple more days. I've not played any matches though, but we have skipped forward a couple more days just to try and get some transfers through, a few transfer bids in. I wasn't sure if that's something that you guys would like to see. If it is, then let me know down in the comments and I'll certainly show you the whole scouting process and how I choose to go over one player over another, that kind of thing. But I'll give you a brief overview of what we've done so far. So we keep getting loan offers for Seru Gurasi. We are rejecting those at the moment simply because I think he can play a part this season. But we have got 2 transfer bids in just now. Firstly, I'm sure you guys will have seen in this screen here players approaching clubs saying I'm a free agent, I'm looking for a new team. Now we seem to be getting a lot of young French players approaching us, so I've just been scouting them individually, and from the initial scouting reports it looks as if this guy has quite a high potential. He's an 18-year-old left back. So we've decided to put in an offer for him simply because of his potential ability alone, and obviously we're a wee bit short for left backs at the moment, so that's who we've went for. I've also put in an offer for Joshua Wagnoman from Hamburg FC. I can't actually remember if he played a part in... I was getting confused there thinking we played them last game. But he looks very decent. He's a player who can play in anywhere up the sides and in central defence as well. I've mainly brought him in for cover at the full back positions. I think he'll do quite well in there, so doesn't look too bad. Decent current ability, very good potential ability, naturally fit. Plus he falls under obviously the registration rules and that kind of thing. So that is the players that we have put offers in for the moment. We are also looking for a new winger. You'll see why in just a second. So we are scouting a few wingers. I'm actually looking at Ryan Christie from Celtic. Now you guys may be thinking I'm a wee bit biased because I'm a Celtic supporter. However, he's not really played that many games for Celtic. But on this, his current ability and potential ability actually don't look too bad. He is mainly a central attacking midfielder, but he has got decent acceleration and pace, good dribbling, so I'm thinking that maybe he might do a job for us on the wing. So potentially that may be someone who we look to bring in. So down to tactics then. So I mentioned in the last video that we will probably be changing up the tactics, mainly because of last game. I think tiki-taka probably isn't the best kind of way for our team to be playing, so we've changed to the gegenpress with the 4-1-4-1 formation. It just looks as if it covers most of the field quite well. It gives us a defensive midfielder as well, which I think is something that we could have done with in the last game. And then obviously 2 wingers that I think would definitely be able to do the job for us. So Timo Horn in goal, that's a bit of an obvious one. At the right back position, I think we will play Schmitz. He's played quite well in pre-season, so we'll go for him. George Mayer played very well. Sorensen. I think we're still going to have to play Chichos at left back, so we'll stick him in there just now. The defensive midfield position is somewhere where we don't really have anyone who really fits the role, but because of his tackling ability, I think we're going to go with Didier Ndong. I think he's got, what, 14 or 15 tackling? 13, sorry. Decent strength, so I think he'll do okay for us in there. Carolero, I think we shall play I think we'll actually give Lemon a run out and see how he gets on. And the box-to-box midfielder, Ozcan's played okay for us, Cozelio's played okay, Shop's played okay. I think we'll play with Ozcan, mainly because even though we had a poor game last match, I think he actually done alright, so we'll go for him. The wingers, we've got a similar issue to the defensive midfield, the deep line playmaker role, where we don't really have anyone who fully fits. So I think we'll go with Bakary Yatta on the right, and we will go with Drexler on the left. Drexler is someone who has played in most pre-season games and also in the last match that we played. He kind of fits in there, so I think we'll play him in there for now. And then we're playing with a pressing forward at the top. I don't think Tirod had that good a game last match, so I think we'll give Simon Zoller a run out just to see how he gets on. Zoller did score quite a few in pre-season, so I think we will definitely give him a shot. Christian Clemens doing well in training, we'll praise him. I quite like that dynamic that they've added in. I think it can definitely give some players a morale boost and actually makes players perform well in training, helps them improve. So our next match is against FC Union Berlin. I don't know a lot about them, to be honest with you. Bundesliga 2 side, I would imagine. So I think that we should be okay in this match. But I think it's a good test to test out this formation, this tactical style, and see how we get on with it. We'll let the assistant choose the subs. Yatta is lacking match fitness, as is Ndong, so they'll probably need to come off at some point. So we'll get into this match then. The second match of the season, they're playing a 4-2-3-1, pretty standard formation, 2 defensive midfielders. Hopefully we should be able to break that down. Playing 3 attacking midfielders though, that can sometimes be a wee bit too attacking, for especially for a team who's maybe not got the quality there. Was Ndong. What a ball that was. That was a hell of a long pass there from Ndong. Almost got an assist from that, so that was not bad at all. I think if he can really shine in that position, then we'll probably keep him there rather than trying to bring in someone. Oh! I don't think anyone's seen that coming. A lucky deflection off the wall. There we go, guys. 1-0, our first competitive goal of... Or not our first competitive goal, we scored in the last match, but our first goal of this game at least. Lemon, Schmitz, Bakary Yatta, who's also a new signing here. 2-0. Zoller with the goal, assist from Bakary Yatta, which is fantastic, just what we want to see. I think it was lucky, in all honesty. Very, very lucky that their defence didn't pick that up there. But it's a goal at the end of the day. It is a goal. Lemon's playing well. Zoller's playing well. Drexler, his conditions dropped quite a lot there. Don't know why. Don't know if maybe he's just picked up a knock or what's going on there. Like they're trying to send in. That's interesting that you're actually getting this kind of information now. I'm guessing that's from the assistant. So that's decent information to have. We got a penalty. Lemon's taking it. 3-0. 3-0 before half time, so it's definitely a huge improvement over last match. Obviously Lemon wasn't a huge part of the last match, so he is definitely making an impression today. 2 goals with an 8.7 rating. Can't really complain with that. He is a team leader though, so if he can continue to perform well, it would be good to have him in the squad. I really need to stop handing this over to the assistant because it's clear to see that the assistant isn't very good at giving team talks. I don't know where that cross was supposed to be going there. So 5 shots, 4 on target to their 1 shot and 0 on target. We're still committing a lot of fouls. I'm not sure the reasoning behind that. Not sure if it's the aggression of the team overall or... 4-0, Simon Zola with his second goal of the game. It was actually Schmitz who got the assist from the corner there, so that wasn't bad. Zola's definitely staking his claim in this team so far in this match. I know Tirod didn't have the best time out last match. Was against a tougher opposition, so we'll definitely need to test him again. But Zola is definitely proven himself. And we've conceded Sebastian Andersson. We really should have done better there. The defenders were nowhere to be seen, absolutely nowhere. Right, I think Drexler definitely needs to come off just now. I think what we'll actually do is we'll push Zola out onto the left. We'll also put on... We'll give the young boy Seru Garassi a shot up front. I think we're going to take Ozcan off as well, mainly because his conditioning's getting lower. And we'll throw on Cozello. Definitely going to butcher every single name. This type of formation is one that I've tried a lot in Football Manager 2018. It was not bad, but I personally couldn't really get it to consistently work. So it will be interesting to see, obviously with the change in the match engine, tactics changes, we'll see if it can consistently work on Football Manager 2019. The whole team really is playing quite well though. I think we'll make our final sub. Dong's playing quite well. I think we'll take off Schmitz mainly just because he's got the lowest condition at the moment. He's played quite well in this match, so I'd quite like to keep him rested. Put Sorensen out there and we'll put Sobikon. So the possession rate isn't great. We're not controlling possession, but that's not really what we're trying to do in this kind of formation. It was mainly just to do high intensity attacking, which it looks as if we have been doing. Bakary Yatta there. Yatta made his way down the right hand side, swings it in. Gurasi gets his goal on his debut. Yatta really did play a big part in that there. Looks quite stocky as well, doesn't he, Bakary Yatta? Gurasi done well to meet that in the box. So 5-1, definitely a huge improvement over the last match where it was pretty much the reverse result. To be honest, I know Timo Horn is a big player for us, but over the games that I've seen him playing in, I'm not overly impressed. I think he could be performing better. Didier Ndong's had a really solid game though for his debut. They are getting a lot of the ball just now, but I don't think that's too much of an issue considering the scoreline and how well our boys have been playing. So full time, 5 goals to 1. What a turnaround that was from the last match. I know we're obviously playing weaker opposition, but that is a huge confidence boost, and I'll relay that back to the players as well, so their morale is on its way up. And we got the achievement for the first victory as well, which is perfect. Dong makes FC Koln debut. The press conference. So definitely a superb win for everyone involved. Yep, definitely. Just continue praising the players. I think the quicker we can get the morale sky high, the better the team's going to be playing. He definitely had a good game as his debut. Perfect footballer. I don't really want to comment on other teams' managers. It's not something that I've ever done. Mainly because, especially in this situation, I don't know a lot about them. So let's see how the table is looking after that much then. We are sitting in 7th place, 1 victory in 2 games. Obviously there are a few teams who are still to play their second match, but a huge improvement over last match. I think this formation is one that is going to do okay against the smaller teams. We'll still need to test it against the bigger teams. We've got a game against Ingolstadt and St. Pauli coming up, so they'll definitely be a good test of that. That's not bad. Yatta had a good game. Drexler, for the time he was on the pitch, was okay. Zoller had a cracking game. I think he'll do really well up front as long as we can bring in an additional winger to bring on as a sub rather than having to switch him to the wing position. In Dong, considering he's not that comfortable in that position, I think he done really well, so we keep him in there for now. What to get an 8.2, and Lemon got a 9.1. So I think those two are definitely going to be mainstays in the team for now, as well as Simon Zoller. But we will wrap this episode up again here. I think we will just continue to try and get one match into each episode. But as I said at the start, if you guys would like to see some information on the transfers, how I go about the transfers, and the scouting part of the game, then leave a comment, send me a message, let me know that is what you would like to see, and we'll certainly include that in future episodes. But anyways, if you've enjoyed, hit the like button, subscribe, and thank you for watching.